Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Pisces. I have a special reading in mind as far as the new moon in Scorpio that will happen on November 19th, 2025. And so we're still at the tail end of Scorpio season. We're almost into Sagittarius season, but Pisces, this reading is going to be for you. I want you just to think about the new moon in Scorpio for yourself. That, like I said, on the 19th of November, it represents beginnings of a new lunar cycle. It's about fresh starts, emotional introspections, and transformation. So while I do this reading for you, you can be thinking about those key elements. And I've got some significant cards here for you. We're going to do 5 cards for special messages. Each of the 5 cards will represent a theme, something for you to contemplate, something for you to chew on, to journal about it, to see how it fits in your life. If it does, remember, this is your reading, Pisces, and if it doesn't fit for you, you can just turn it off and let it be for someone that it does fit for. Like I said, I have these 5 cards in mind, and I'm going to turn them face down, and then we're going to come back and discuss. So first card out is regarding rebirth. Let me push this up a bit. And then we have, renewing your passions. And we have the last card, your outcome of this new moon energy. Turn these face down, place the selenite wand here to transmute the energies into positive, most, we want the clearing to happen and the wisdom to take place. So let's get started with your first card. And that, like I said, that's the rebirth that you would like to see under this new moon energy. And we have the World, major arcana. The World is a complete cycle. The World is Pisces, here's your diploma. You've graduated. You've completed a cycle. The World card is the end of the Fool's journey. And I'm not calling you a fool. The Fool is the 0 card in tarot, and it's the beginning. And when we get to the World, we're done. We've gone through every phase, situation, trial, test, tribulation, and we've passed, we've succeeded. And when we see the World card, especially in the position of what rebirth would you like to see, you would like to see the end of the cycle and the beginning of a new, literally the rebirth of a cycle. So get ready, fasten your seatbelts, Pisces, because a new cycle will be beginning for you based on the energy of the World. The second card out is the best way to reconnect with your passions. And this is the 3 of Swords. The best way for you to reconnect with your passions is for you to allow mental healing of the things that have hurt you. I know there is no dial on, or like a done meter, a thermometer that you put in meat that tells you it's done cooking. There is no such thing as that for the thoughts that you think. All I'm asking is for you to consider, could it be time for me to finally put that painful feeling, that painful memory to bed? In order for your passions to really come out live and in person, I think there needs to be some mental healing. I think it's time. I think this new moon in Scorpio is encouraging you, or will encourage you, to get that healing in place that maybe you've been putting it off. Maybe there's been other priorities. Maybe there's been life in general. You've been in a cycle. According to the World card, we all are in cycles at all the time. But this 3 of Swords is remembering mental pain. In order for you to reconnect with your passions, I think there's going to be a need and a necessity for you to address your mental pain. Three of Swords is painful. It's hurt. It's heartbreak. It's the heart, and three swords pierce through it. This can also indicate a third party energy, just for consideration. So if there is a third party in your love life, if there is a third energy in any relationship, when they talk about third wheel, or you've got two people that are the key players, but there's one energy that butts in and interferes and puts their 2 cents in where it doesn't belong. That can also be three swords. And so if you have that third party energy in your life, it might be time for them to be released, and allow for you to connect with your passions, because that third wheel energy is not serving you in the way that your life could be. And the next card is going to be, what ways have you been self-sabotaging? And we've got another major arcana, and this is in the form of Justice. This is saying to me that the ways you've been self-sabotaging, Pisces, is you've been weighing the scales of justice against yourself. You've been seeing others in a higher position of authority. You've been expecting the worst possible outcomes. You've been not understanding or not seeing the fact that you deserve justice in your life. You deserve justice. And sometimes justice is removing persons, places, and things. Sometimes justice is allowing yourself to be given the gifts and the nice things that you have been wanting, but you've been depriving yourself of for some reason. Maybe in your mind, what's fair and equal, those scales of justice, maybe you've allowed others, their side to be higher and your side to be lower. Maybe you've not been speaking your truth. There are so many ways that justice energy could show up as a form of self-sabotage. And so I just want you to think about ways. Have you been not telling yourself the truth? Have you been allowing others to take precedence over yourself? Have you been ruling against yourself in some decision, in some situation? If it's HR related at work, if it's divorce court in your family, if you've been allowing others to be powerful and you to be punished, that could be justice energy being a form of self-sabotage. And in this card here, how can you be your own best cheerleader? We've got another major arcana for you. And this is Fool energy. Like I was saying about the Fool's journey, this is the beginning. And this is how you're going to be your best cheerleader, is starting over, literally starting fresh. That's what this new moon in Scorpio is here to encourage you, is be your own best cheerleader. Start over, start from scratch. Go back to a place in your heart, in your mind, where you can be open-eyed, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, not tainted, not discouraged by, that you know how the world is, and you know that what people are capable of, and you know what I mean? Let yourself have this fresh, clean slate. The Fool. It's taking chances, taking risks, being willing to be the Fool if it's in love, if it's at work, starting from ground zero. The cool thing about the Fool as well is that this is not even a numeral value. It's this zero energy, and that means that this is the energy that we all have before we inhabit a body. We're just a spirit. We're just a spiritual form. We all have that spiritual essence to us. This is an encouragement to be your own best cheerleader by getting in touch with your spirit. Get in touch with that part of you that has hope, that feels like the future is bright, that essentially you're starting over on another journey, another cycle. The Fool is the beginning. The world is the end. So same character, but so many layers and layers of energy to get to the end of a cycle. And so in order to be your best cheerleader, embody the energy of the Fool. In your final outcome position, the last card is the Page of Pentacles. This is going to be the outcome of this new moon. And that's Page of Pentacles energy. This can be you in the form of looking into things. A Page of Pentacles is a messenger. They bring a message of a new opportunity. So this is an encouragement for you as far as an outcome is concerned to consider looking for a new job. Consider looking for a new financial investment. Consider looking into a way for you to get your health in line, in order. Do you need to join a gym? Do you need to spend a little money and get a monthly membership so that you can start taking better care of yourself, Pisces? Or this can actually be a young person, a child, a young person, something, before the adult age. This is going to be maybe an encouragement for you to spend some time with a child in your life, a young person in your life. That would be a valuable way for you to have this new moon in Scorpio energy play out for you, is to take your time, your effort, your energy, and focus on a young person in your life. Help them to develop their health. Take them to the gym with you. This can be your inner child as well. So a message about spending time with the inner child piece of you, that part of you that needs time, that needs your effort, that needs your energy and your attention just as much as your current version of yourself. We all have so many different versions of ourselves that we bring to every table. And so this is just an encouragement to spend time with yourself as your current version or your child version, or an actual child or young person in your life. And it very much could be an opportunity or a message of a new job headed your way in reality. So this new moon in Scorpio looks like it's going to be a pretty profound one for the sign of Pisces. I hope this reading helps you in some way, shape, or form. I hope that it speaks to you, and I would love to hear about it. If you wouldn't mind sharing in the comments how this message lands for you. I'm always available for having these videos be liked and subscribe to the channel, repost, share, however you see fit to interact with my channel. I am always extremely grateful. Thank you so much. Be well. Be blessed.